everybody. Welcome to episode 6 Vtubers. I'm one of the hosts, Shade Dogfire, along with my co-hosts.
Hi, everybody. I'm Damien.
I am Motorboy.
Yeah. And today, obviously, we're talking about Vtubers.
Everyone's favorite topic, Vtubers. Yes.
Yay, Vtubers. My God, I've been watching Iron Mouse too much.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
No, not really. I'd say not.
But yeah.
So,
Oh,
what were you going to say?
Continue, Moto.
Oh, no. I actually lost track of what I was going to say.
God damn it. All right. Well, I guess we can start. How about we go with the one thing first, just in case there's someone in this world that doesn't know what VTubers are. Why don't we explain what VTubing is?
All right, I got this.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Actually, maybe Damien should do this.
No. I got it.
I don't know. After I saw that, I trust you with a poll once, and suddenly there was different names for people, and there was only 2, and there's 3 people, and
then there were 4, so the numbers were dumb.
Let's
anyway.
compromise. Let Moda say what he's going to say.
and then we'll correct it.
And then we'll correct it.
All right, go Moda. Please explain.
All right. I want you to imagine your favorite streamer, right? Like Small Ant or Point Crow or someone else, I guess. I don't know. And then imagine them anime. And that's pretty much it.
Okay, you're not wrong.
He's not wrong, but it's very simplistic. So, he's not wrong, though. So, VTubing comes in many different forms. You have things that are called PNG VTubers, just as valid as normal VTubers. Before just to cover that first.
As you can see before you on the screen if you're watching live.
Yes, if you're watching live or on YouTube, technically right now we would be using PNG VTubers. It's just like reactive PNGs. When we're not talking, our mouths are closed, we're talking, our mouths open. That's what basically PNG VTuber is. It's an image that reacts and then it's on screen. Very simplistic. I would have to say it's probably the cheaper version of VTubing. It's a really good way to start out, I would think, because it can get expensive, which we'll cover in a little bit. So it's a really good introduction point for VTubing. After that, sticking in a 2D variant, there's no specific order which is better. I'm just kind of going step by step here. You have another thing that's called Live 2D. It's still 2D, just like a PNG, and I think it's normally the most common you will see when it comes to VTubing. Although 3D has been coming a little bit more, around the same amount. And sorry, let me just sip a tea here. But so that one you have a moving image instead, which can be very depending on the amount of rigging. It has a lot of movement. Like you can at this point we have Live 2D where their head can turn completely to the side now, and you can see the side of their head. And a lot of work,
wild,
right?
Yeah, it's amazing how far it's come since I've started watching.
Right, and so you can do that stuff. You have the arms move. It all depends really on how much rigging is put into it, and that is where we get like really expensive. Which, like I said, we'll cover in a minute. So that's Live 2D. It's moving 2D image. Then you have the other version, which is a 3D model. Now, a 3D model can be done either fully from scratch, using things like Unity, Blender, and stuff like that, right? Or there is a program called Vroid, and you can make your own thing from a base point, which is it's very easy to do. There are honestly, you can go from like beginner to pro in that, and like how your model can look, because you can really make some really fancy looking stuff just by how much you mess with the hair files and all that stuff. And so that's 3D model. And so that one, you can actually put like a little tracker on that can track your hands, and you can wave, you can do little heart signs or whatever you want to do. And so you have a 3D model, so it's a fully filled out model. Which something I didn't mention is that Live 2D, you can also have a full body, so it's their full body, or it could just be half their body, which comes into like a cost saving kind of idea. So that's like the 3 forms of VTubing. Now, obviously, each of them comes with their own pros and cons, such as cost, which I guess should be like the next thing we cover. Damien Motorboard, do you want to add anything before we go to cost?
I think you've covered pretty much all of it.
Yeah, I actually didn't know about Vroid Studios, so I learned something.
Yeah, so Vroid Studios is very easy. You can actually just download on Steam, and there's even like an alpha version. You can use the old version.
Right.
You start out with your model in that alpha version. There's some fuckery that can happen when you convert it to the new version, or some people just prefer the alpha version, honestly, because there are in the alpha you can transfer hair from a different model onto yours because of the way the files work.
That's cool.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, they haven't quite got that in the new version yet, so I'm not sure when they're gonna. And it might be like an intended idea for later, but right now that's kind of where we're at.
Right.
Like I can't take my original model I made in the alpha and take that hair and take it off and put it onto another model.
Because it just stuck in that one.
Yeah. Where alpha, I can people have made a program that you kind of attach to it, and it takes that and separates it, kind of idea, and then you combine it onto another thing, and you can just put that into your character.
Okay.
So, yeah,
that's neat.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very nice. There's definitely a lot you can do with it. Like I said, you can make ears from hair. You can make rings from hair. You can make eyelashes from hair. Necklaces from hair. You can make glasses, anything from just hair in that Vroid Studios.
All right, cool. So the Bayonetta simulator, gotcha.
Probably. Now, of course, you're then put a texture onto it to make it look a little more like that what you're looking for.
Right.
Like tails as well. You can make tails as well. You can make demon tails, fox tails, wolf tails, anything like that.
But in the end, everything is just hair.
Pretty much, yes. Everything is just you using a hair file model and using that. Granted, there is more you can do with that. You can even you can take a basic Vroid model that you made, and you can put that into Unity, and you can take an actual model of a gun, or a sword, or anything like that. Wings. You can make Unity or Blender ears and tails and attach that to that Vroid model, so you don't have to start completely from scratch.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That might be fun to play around with at some point.
Yeah.
It is, honestly, if anyone's looking for starting with being a VTuber, and you don't mind just starting as a 3D and kind of just doing just creating something your own on there, just from basic stuff, or even just depending on how much you get into it, could be very advanced. That is honestly a really good spot to start.
Right.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Steam page right now, and I'm going through the reviews.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite reviews is a not recommended by someone with 1.3 hours. And all they said was, "I hate my life now."
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
It takes a bit to learn, but I honestly, I'd say it's worth it.
Right.
And like, yeah,
All right. All right, that's pretty neat.
yeah. But yeah, I guess we can cover
Yeah.
some cost things, unless you have something to add.
No, I wanted to talk about cost.
Okay.
All right. So, fun fact for those who didn't know, I used to be a VTuber, and my cost was nothing except for when I decided to make it cost something. And then somebody complained.
Of course they did.
Yes, I have a VTuber model too, and I paid nothing until I decided to pay my artist and rigger, and he complained.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, who does that?
Because I'm starting off and doing this stuff, and I'm not fully happy with my work yet.
And it was still going to pay for the time and effort.
Yeah, man.
That's like saying like your friend is making music, and they're like, "Hey, I made a fun little ringtone. You want to try it out?" And you're like, "You know what, friend? You put time and effort. Here's like $20 or something."
Just gonna sip my tea here.
All right, sip your tea because you have no response to the truth.
Yes,
I mean-
you put time, effort, and hard work into both our models, and we both
Yeah.
appreciate it very much.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Although I guess I should also state this though, because while I complained, you should actually pay your artists and riggers. Just saying.
Yes. you
Yes,
should.
yes. And tip them if you can.
Yes.
100%. Because it honestly, it is a lot of work, especially depending on how much you go into it. Because there's some serious stuff that can go into it.
Oh, yes. Having watched a certain mutual friend of ours do one,
Yep.
or two or three, just watching her do it, it just leaves me going, what the fuck?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Shade.
No, because
No,
I didn't really show the process on
Yeah.
stream.
I
No.
mean, you showed the drawing.
Yeah, but like I didn't like go through the entire process as much as Kisa
Nah.
did.
Well, she didn't go through the process
No, but
because she had a red artist.
Well, yeah,
she drew it.
well, yeah, but you still have to remember she had then had to figure out how to split.
Separate
Oh,
things,
yeah,
splice
separate.
things.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of work.
And honestly, like I'm not sure if you ever saw the artist for Centrea's model.
I am
No.
not.
I barely knows who Sandrea is.
I figured,
I know who she is,
There.
but I can't remember off the top of my head her artist. I have to look it up in a second. But I remember I was looking at one of the streams, and the amount of parts that make up her model is insane.
Yeah.
Like,
I watched how incredible her new model is, and I'm just blown away.
like, let me put this out. You know those glowing bits?
Mm-hmm.
Separate parts.
huh?
Wait,
Those-
really?
That's not part of it. They can remove that. That's a separate part on its own.
Oh, that's cool.
Like,
Huh.
I wish I could. If I could remember right now, like I'll look it up for after stream. I'll show you guys. But honestly, it is a major. There's a whole lot to it. Like even the shading for even the shadows for the hair, separate piece as well.
Wow.
It's there's quite a bit that can go into it, and of course, that's where we talk about cost. Is that depending on how much you go into that, it can cost quite a bit, which is a reason why for that, because it's a lot of work to draw all those pieces and separate them and keep them organized and get it all done, and it takes a whole lot of time to get that done. And then you have to think about it. That's just for the art.
Wow.
You have the rigging, and rigging is a whole other monster. Honestly, because you have to make all those pieces move in a very natural way, not jarring, not skipping. Like just the mouth on a rigging is the absolute pain in the ass thing to do sometimes. Because
I can imagine.
yeah, you have to make that mouth look more natural, and honestly, keeping the lines looking smooth, it can be really difficult.
Yeah, and try not to make it look distorted and weird.
And it's very easy to do that. So,
gee, I've seen a video of rigging before, and if I could describe it in one word based on the video, I would say eye strain.
Oh yeah.
It's it looks like a lot of work.
I remember watching Shade when he was working on his new 3D model on stream. I think you were using Blender, was it?
So yes, I was taking a Vroid into Blender.
Right. And when I was watching that, my mind just went poof. I had no idea what the fuck I was looking at.
Yeah. How long did it take you to learn all that stuff?
That's funny. You guys thought I learned beforehand? That was literally just me right in the moment.
Oh, nice.
No. See, I knew that was you just right in the moment. Moda, I don't think was there for that.
No, normally when I do stuff like that, I'll be honest, that's just me. I've just literally opened that thing up for the first time and learning it right at that moment.
Nice.
Nice.
Which is why I would like to point this out. After all the work I did, it didn't work. It gave too many errors back when I tried to convert it, because at that what I was doing was I was trying to convert that, because another positive thing about having a 3D model versus a live 2D is that you're able to take that 3D model and use it for other things. Example, what I was doing was converting my model and getting it ready to be transferred into VR chat, so I can be my model in VR chat.
Right.
The problem, of course, though, is that there's so many complications that come up, especially considering that model wasn't very optimized. I've been editing that model for a while, changing different parts. I hadn't recreated a new model and then redid it. It was all very much like still had like old files mixed in there, hidden away. So it was very, very unclean file, and it's very hard to work with that. Which is why if you ever try to do that stuff with Blender, I recommend making sure you're not doing a model that you've edited constantly. Go start off fresh, just put in the things you need, and that's it, and then try it from there.
Right.
It's cleaner. You have less unknown errors could happen. Stuff like that.
You gotta love the unknown errors.
Exactly. Because obviously the more mess you add in there, the more chance that something's going to break.
Right. Of course.
That's the same with anything, though, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Coding, anything like that. Literally anything.
Yeah.
Hell, you can compare it to cooking. Too much shit in there, you can fuck up something.
Yep, true.
Yep.
Very true. Oh, Damien knows.
Wait, why?
Oh, because he cooks. He's a cook.
Right. Listen, it threw me off for a second. I was like, wait, what? I was like, oh, yeah. Gotcha.
I'm gonna go, wait, what?
What? He cooks?
It's like, wait, I know I do, but I'm like, wait, what's that got to do with what we were just talking about?
Yeah, no, I get you now.
Yeah.
But yeah. What was the talk about, like, literally before we went on that tangent?
Adding too much stuff to the model and getting unknown errors.
I meant before that, like, because I remember
we were talking about price.
Price,
cost.
yeah, right.
Pretty much just price.
And then we somehow came up on Zentrea, which I believe I found her 2D Illustrator.
Yeah, it was
Uniho.
Yeah, it was Uniho. Yeah. I'll find the clip of it what I was talking about later though. I obviously can't show that. I don't want to show that on here. So,
Of course.
Right.
but anyone that's listening to that, if you do get a chance, I'm sure the VOD might still be up if you're listening to it recently. If you listen to this podcast like right now, this week that we're posting this on, like, we're not posting it. Sometime between June 2nd to June 6th, depending on if it gets delayed.
Right.
But you could probably
Fingers
still find
crossed.
the VOD.
Yeah, you should still be able to find her birthday VOD at that point.
No. I was talking about Uniho's VOD.
Oh, Uniho's VOD. Oh.
Because that's what I'm trying to find. That's what I'm gonna go find is like because she went through and took apart the model.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Dear Lord.
But yeah, so other costs obviously there are, like, besides Live 2D things with that. There's also, you can do the same thing. You can pay for someone to make you a fully created 3D model where they go through and they go through Blender and they make that thing from scratch. And I've seen people do that. And I'll be honest, I don't know how to work in a 3D space. So watching it was mind blowing to me to watch that kind of stuff.
Nah, no kidding.
That sounds like it would be a lot of work too, just going completely from scratch.
Mm-hmm. You gotta make the legs. And a lot of times what they do is they'll take a 2D picture and they'll use that. They'll have that in the workspace, right? And they'll form it around that 2D space, making it, it's that 2D picture, but making it pop out into that 3D form.
Right.
But yeah. So obviously there's the cost aspects as we talked about. That's why. Now, of course, also on the cheaper end, still can cost some depending on how high quality you go with it. PNGs.
Right.
That can range all over the place if you really think about it, right?
Depends on the artist you go with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Depends on the artist, depends on what you're asking for, how large you're asking for. Some people have like animated GIFs, or animated
PNGs.
yeah, there we go. Which is just a GIF. Let's be honest, it's a GIF. Okay. Anyway,
A PNG is a
More or
one
less.
frame GIF.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, they have some and stuff like that, which I've never looked over the price of what an animated PNG would look, an animated GIF for a PN. You know what? Animated
Picture.
I don't know how to because I want to say PNG VTuber, but in that case, what is it? A GIF VTuber? I don't know. Moving on. It's animated. I assume that would probably cost more than what a just single frame of just mouth open, mouth closed would cost.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then other people literally they draw it themselves. It could be from anything from the really talented artist that kind of draws a whole thing. Similar like what you can see right now if you're watching YouTube or live. To a stick person that raises their arm when they talk and then lowers it when they're not talking.
That would be me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be you.
If I ever go back and I lost all of my VTuber files from Shade, I would just draw a stick figure.
Yeah. And that's like I said, you can make VTubing can be very costly if you want it to be, or if you're okay with not spending as much, starting off at the very, very beginning, very simple, it can be pretty nice, affordable outcome. Now, of course, we're talking about streaming here still, so there's other costs still involving. You still have you still come in with things like, well, it depends. I was going to say cameras, but that depends really. PNGs don't require cameras.
No, you just need a microphone.
And even then, really, I'll be honest, you don't need a super expensive camera for VTubing. Now, granted, there is a better quality in some cases. There are some VTubers that have very good facial expression tracking which requires the iPhone.
Bloody iPhone.
Yeah. And that's how you'll see some VTubers, their like lips will move to the side, or they'll have like really expressive,
Incredible
Yeah.
mouth tracking. It's
Yeah.
all for the low price of about $2,000 for a phone.
right. And like
yeah.
if I were to like invest in that, I would get literally a used one that I would never use for an actual phone, because I'll be honest, I don't like Apple. Don't care for using it as a phone.
I don't even know. I owned an iPhone 4 once, and it was the worst phone I ever used.
Right.
I had an iPad that bricked itself after a year or so.
Wow. Now, I have an iPod. I don't mind that. In fact, that thing's lived since my graduation from high school. So, fuck.
Actually, now thinking about it, I might still have my old iPhone somewhere, and it might still work.
Yeah. So, there's that, obviously. The main thing you would really actually want to put your money into when it comes to VTubing is more your microphone, if anything, because they won't be seeing you in person. They'll be hearing your voice more.
Yes.
That's just a good advice for streaming or YouTube in general.
Oh yeah, no,
Like,
100%.
For sure.
Make sure you have a top quality mic, because your video could be like 4K 1080p. It could be the best, but if it sounds like you're gargling gravel every time you open your mouth, nobody's gonna care.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah, if they can't hear you, honestly, that's it's very good advice just for streaming in general.
And
Yeah.
I do have one small of learned piece of advice for camera-wise.
Lights.
Lights. And
Yeah.
don't try to stream in a room that is painted with dark walls, such as Azure Blue.
Yeah.
Like my office, I'm going to be painting my walls soon, so I can get a camera that'll be able to track myself better.
I've
Why
never
not?
tested that.
Because the light, the dark walls will absorb the light.
Yes,
Make
the dark
things a
walls
little
absorb
weird.
the light.
Right.
Yeah.
I've just never tested that, because obviously I have white walls in my house. So I didn't actually think about that as a problem with tracking in terms of camera.
Yeah, that was one of the big. That's why I have yet to use your model you've made for me, Shade, is because my room is dark and I
Right.
don't have very good lighting, except for this light above my desk. That is not that great.
Right.
Right. Okay, Damien, here's a question.
Yes.
Have you tried buying like a cheap shower curtain from the corner store?
I have not. Like, are we
'Cause-
talking like something
It's behind you.
To hang up, yeah, because there's a streamer that I watch who has a green screen, but he eventually confessed that his green screen is just a shower curtain from the dollar store. So he just uses the green screen he bought from like the cheap store, the shower curtain as his green screen, and you can probably do something similar until you get around to painting the walls.
my dumbass hung up black curtains behind me to muffle noise.
Nice.
So I have curtains hanging back there, but they're black.
Time to get some paint.
Wow.
Splash some green paint on.
Yeah.
I never actually thought of. I might actually look into replacing these with light-colored ones. Then
That might solve your problem. You might not have to paint your entire room.
might solve my problem. Yeah.
I was actually thinking of doing that myself, getting like a shower curtain as a green screen or something.
Right. But yeah, the other part that kind of comes in, I guess, with cost is it just kind of sticks with normal streaming stuff, and that's just overlay stuff.
Yeah.
And that can range from something super cheap to something really expensive. Like always, you don't really need, like, let's be honest. When it comes to overlays, you don't need anything super fancy.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
In fact, there's some people that don't really have anything on their overlays besides maybe like a box here or there to show like recent subscriber or just the chat box in some cases.
Right.
So, but then you have other people that like to keep like a theme. I saw one that's like there's one I really love. And their model, their live 2 model is actually pixel art model.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, Salty Dio. And hers is like this nighttime foresty kind of looking thing. It's very pretty. And it's very I love her overlay a lot, honestly. But yeah. So overlays, pretty simple stuff. Most of the cost is normally dealing with your model yourself when it comes to VTubing. And after that, it's just personal preference.
Right.
Yep.
Trying to think of anything else that I could talk about with cost. Did you guys say anything?
Well,
No, that's pretty much it for me.
I mean, aside from, actual price ranging.
Right.
Yeah, which will also just depend entirely.
Yeah, it depends entirely. You could spend minimum, well, as me and Moda, until we decide to give Shade money, nothing. Yeah. Or you could spend all the way up to, from what I've heard, $3,000 to $5,000.
Oh yeah.
Depending on the artist, the rigger, it's just unreal.
But it's definitely worth it. They definitely like I know some people will think, oh, it's just art. Why you have to spend that much? But honestly, it's definitely. I mean, it's someone's job.
It's just art. Some people might think it's just art, but at that point, that character they're creating is you.
Right.
Yeah. And then also all the time and effort they put into it.
Exactly.
Because you don't just cross your arms and blink your eyes like I Dream a Genie and art pops out. No,
right.
It takes time.
Oh, yeah, it takes time.
Amazing.
It takes effort.
Oh, yeah.
Sweat.
And it's amazing at how many people think an artist will just wiggle their nose and there we go, instant art.
It's doesn't work like that at all.
It doesn't work like that.
No.
I can tell you that for damn sure. I'm stuck in art drawing forever now. I just can't find the motivation to get it done. I just can't. I'm not happy with it anytime I draw with it. It's a very big struggle when it comes to art.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The art block and such.
Yep.
Yeah. And then of course, you gotta make sure you get proportions right. There's a whole lot of things that go into art. It's not just, let me just take my pen and wave it or just wipe it across the screen and oh my god, I've created a masterpiece.
I mean, at that point, that's just modern art.
Yeah.
But yeah. So there's all that. Let's see, what else can we talk about? I think we've covered costs pretty well, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Unless you have something else you want to add.
Any accessories? Because you can also add accessories to your VTuber.
That is true.
Which can also there's a lot of free accessories that you can find on Twitter. Well,
and Google as well if you know what to Google for.
Yeah, like if you want glasses or I don't know, a hat or something, you can just find a bunch of free sources. But if you want something specific, of course, you're gonna have to go and pay for one.
And always remember, if you use the free assets, credit the artist.
Yes, very important. Credit the free artist.
Even going on, make sure you always credit your artist and rigger.
Yes, just credit in general.
In fact, I guess. Oh, continue more.
Oh no, I was gonna. What was I gonna say?
We don't know. What were you gonna say?
That's like. Oh, I was gonna say that's like also advertisement for them to help them out.
Oh, yes, because that brings in potential more work for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And the thing I was going to talk about though is also the other thing to keep in mind is programs that you must use when it comes to VC face. I mean, live TV.
Right.
When it comes to VTubing, I like how I mentioned both the different programs. Anyway, So
you just mentioned the programs anyway.
the point is, another cost can depend. Example, 3D. There's 2 programs. I think there's probably more. I don't remember what the second one is. I use VC Face. It's free. It works quite well.
Right.
There's one other one I cannot recall it from memory at all. What it's called? Let me
Was it
see.
one of the free ones on Steam?
No, it does. No, it costs. Although, yeah, there's probably also some free ones on there as well.
There was like the one I used. It was for like movement and whatnot, like to put it in, right?
Well, I know there was VTube Studio, which
That's
is
the one.
That's no VTube Studio is 2D. It would not work for
3D.
Yes. We're
what
talking 3D
was-
right now first.
3D? I have no idea.
Oh wait, I know how I can figure this out. VC Face, which is the one I use. Face versus.
Face versus.
No, not versus. Oh, Luppet was another one, and then there's also 310 apparently, and I guess there's a whole bunch of other ones at this point. But yeah, the point is there's a bunch of different ones. You just kind of have to go in, find your preference. I think Luppet was one that was a big kind of this one versus the other one.
PPR Live.
That's another one.
Yeah,
Although I thought that was 2D as well.
Oh yeah, you know what? That one might be.
Yeah, which we'll go to that next. 2D obviously doesn't use VC Face. It uses a thing called VTube Studio, or the one you just said.
Right. Yeah.
And so there's plenty of different programs. Some have costs, some are free. All depends on what you're looking for. And they all kind of have some people, one works really great for them. Another one, some reason, it doesn't work as well for them. For some reason. It's kind of something you gotta test yourself a little bit and see how it works and how well it tracks you and all that stuff. It's a lot of testing, figuring out what you like.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, no, it's just trying to find a program that you do like.
Yeah, man, that your computer likes.
Yes, that's also very important.
Mm-hmm.
You need to make sure you have RAM.
Oh, and a decent graphics card, probably.
Yes. Like a 1080.
Yeah, probably minimum would be a 1080.
Yeah,
no.
I mean,
The most. I was gonna say this is also if we're gonna start talking about hardware, then it's gonna be shifting over from price to hardware.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm gonna say, depending on how much stuff you put in, would take a lot of hardware.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
especially when you got one of the streamers, VTubers, who are gamers.
Right. Yes.
Because one thing I've heard is a lot of them use one rig for streaming and a completely different rig for video games.
right.
Yeah.
Which isn't required.
No, it's not. That's not required. Because that at that point you're getting to I don't even want to think about price points on that.
Right.
Oh, it's real fun.
Well, not 100% if you really think about it, right? If you're only using one for capturing your avatar and the streaming, you don't need it as high up there in terms of everything else. You still need something at least decent.
Right.
But you're not thinking, you're not having to get like a 3090 for both of these computers.
You mean I didn't need to go buy that last 3090 the other day?
Nah.
Oh no.
Like I know I'm running off of a 1080 Ti, I think it is, or maybe it's 1070 Ti. I can't remember right now. It's been a while since I looked at it. And
yeah, I'm running
works
off
for
a
me.
1080, but yeah, works for me. I mean, I have yet to hit this video card's limit yet.
Right.
Yeah, because even with mine, because mine was pretty simplistic, but also to be fair, I do a lot of capture card stuff.
Right.
Like I didn't have problems with mine. That's the fun part about not being a PC streamer. Well, I stream on my PC. That's the fun part about not playing PC games. It
Right.
just takes a video signal, and then that's it.
Right.
Problem solved.
Right.
Yeah. So, the one other thing, I mean, now, Grant, I think this is the next thing I'm going to say about when it comes to hardware stuff. I kind of just think this is just a general thing with streaming, if I'm being honest. I think you want to at least have 2 monitors of some sort. They don't need to be both high quality.
Yeah, two monitors just in general helps.
2 monitors helps. 3 makes it better.
Right.
What about
But-
4?
Well,
4 is going a little overboard, but
nah, listen, if I had a 4th one, which I just need a plug for that, I'll be golden.
yeah, I just need a plug for mine. But 4 monitors, yeah, I think you'd be golden with 4 monitors, honestly.
Yeah. I actually kind of want to install another video card into my PC so I can put in some more monitors.
Right. But yeah, no, it's the main reason why you want to at least have 2 though is you want to at least have chat open or your aka your OBS, the thing you're streaming off of. And then the other screen is obviously what you're dealing with, like what you're streaming.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
otherwise, with a single monitor, most of the time when you're playing a game, it's gonna cover chat. Now, granted, that you can make it work still. Like you can take your phone if you have it, plug that in so it doesn't die on you, and you can watch chat from there. Very possible if you can't squeeze 2 monitors.
I was going to say that's what a lot of my friends did when they streamed, because they streamed off their laptops and I streamed off my own laptop at one point in time. They
Right.
just had chat open on their phone.
Right.
Which works.
Yeah.
It might be a pain in the butt because you got to squint sometimes to see what people are saying.
Maybe that's
It works.
Right.
just eyesight going. I mean, what? No.
Just hang on, flip down the reading glasses real quick.
Eh.
I actually did chat from my phone when I did my Ring Fit stream.
Right.
I had it on my phone dangling from the ceiling, and that's how I read stream
All right.
while slowly exercising myself to death. That was a pretty fun stream, though, I will say.
Right.
But yeah. But okay.
Oh, go on.
So we brought up a topic earlier, and I can't remember it now for the life of me. Of becoming one, I can't remember. God damn it.
Well,
Anyway,
if you
enough
think
about
of it,
that.
let me know.
Let's talk about VTubers we like.
Well, hold on. I want still covering one other thing at least,
Oh, what one other thing?
because this is another thing to keep in mind when it comes about VTubing, and also the idea if you decide if one wants to become a VTuber.
Okay.
VTuber culture
Oh, explain that to me.
and the
Well,
2
I
different
might
sides
know
of
it.
it. So there are 2 different sides really. You do have some extreme sides to VTubing, and you have some just normal sides. There is a part to VTubing that there are some people that have a very strong feeling about whether or not a VTuber is allowed to ever show real like RL stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is now. Granted, I'm not saying this is like a big, huge thing. There's plenty of VTubers that take pictures of themselves and share it. It's honestly, in my opinion, it's not a fucking problem.
Yeah, it's not
No.
a problem to
Who
me.
cares?
Really
If
not.
a
Yeah.
person wants to show their face, they'll show their face. Okay.
And if that ruins your immersion, were you really a fan in the first place?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there is some negatives in that side, right? But that's I think in the end with everything, there's always a problem with it. And then of course, you have the other side where you can constantly flip flop that, and you can sometimes they might even show on stream and just stream without a VTuber model on the screen, or sometimes they're just constantly posting photos of themselves compared to their model. It's all good things, and that's just kind of one of the things you kind of have to deal with when it comes to being a VTuber. Is ignoring some of the more toxic side of things. I mean, to be honest, though, what community doesn't have that kind of toxic side to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
That's,
always. Oh, sorry. Go on.
I was just saying, that's generally why I avoid most fandoms. Because no
Right.
matter where you go, you're dipping your toes into toxic sludge.
Yeah. Even in the most like family friendly circles, there's going to be a lot of toxic people.
Oh,
Pokemon?
yeah. Pokemon,
Yes.
My Little Pony.
I'm a big what's it called? Not a big advocate when talking about the toxicity of the Pokemon community.
Right.
Because I've mentioned a few times, I used to be super big in the Pokemon community a couple years ago.
Right.
And then now I'm not, I don't even go over to that side of Twitch. And I only skim the surface of Twitter whenever news comes up. Except now because I'm trying to go into Scarlet and Violet with no spoilers.
Gotcha.
Good
Gotcha.
luck.
I said I've skimmed it. I haven't seen the new trailer that dropped.
Well, avoid some of the discords because I've noticed there's been a lot of stuff dropped in some channels.
Yeah, I know. I have been going on Twitter though, and whenever I see something that I don't know, I just skip immediately. So all I have is like a vague shape and maybe a color. But it's all other people drawing it, so it's not like the Pokemon art style.
Right.
So I'm not going to remember it too well.
Gotcha.
Right.
From a brief glance. Whereas if I looked at official art, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to remember that forever. But yeah, no, Pokemon, lots of toxicity. That's why I don't go there anymore.
Right.
Right.
That's why a mutual friend of ours probably doesn't stream much. I'm pretty sure on Pokemon.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
understandable.
that's why they don't stream Pokemon anymore.
Oh, yes. That could be why.
Yeah.
But
I also have a couple of friends on my own side that don't stream Pokemon anymore because of the community.
right,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
There was another topic I wanted to bring up that was kind of like linked to VTubing. Can't remember it. So
Using a PNG or VTuber when you don't feel like using a face cam.
yeah, that's also very valid. Honestly, like if you don't want to show your face, obviously, and you want
Right.
to stick with VTubing, honestly, having a PNG version of your model is very nice because you can have a very
Yes.
relaxed PNG thrown up, and you're still VTubing,
Yeah.
still VTuber.
Yep.
And
No, I mean,
yeah.
I was gonna say, like, I mean, like IRL streamers, like when they don't feel up to putting on their face or showing the face cam, they just switch to a little PNG.
Oh, well, yeah.
Well, yeah, there's that too. But I there's one thing I've noticed about some of the VTuber community
Mhm.
is there are some people who do not consider PNGs to be VTubing,
Which is
Which is
ridiculous.
dumb.
which is completely and utterly ridiculous. Because you're still being a VTuber, you're just not using the model. You might not be able
Yeah.
to afford said model.
Yeah, that's a virtual avatar, guys. Come on now.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
virtual. This 2D object of a character that is in the virtual world.
Yeah, we're all just sitting here in front of you. We're still VTubers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Mhm.
also wanted to bring up my favorite part about VTuber culture.
No?
You want to take a wild guess?
No, hit me with it.
No, hit us with it.
Your VTuber family.
Oh, god damn it.
Hi, Dad.
I hate
Hey,
all of
Dad.
you. I hate you both. I hate you both so much.
So since Shade drew and rigged my model, or my former model, since I don't use it anymore, and Damien's current model, he is our VTuber father.
But he also rigged them, so that would also
Yeah.
make him the VTuber mom.
No.
I mean,
listen, that's not how that works.
Damien. It doesn't work because Shade is male. He's the double dad. We have two fathers.
Oh yeah, we have two dads.
Yeah. We have Shade Prime and then other Shade.
Shade. We have Shade Alpha, Shade Beta. Wait, no, that makes that sound like
It fits.
I will be so annoyed if that starts something. Swear to God.
Get it trending on Twitter.
Do not.
Come on, folks.
Silence both of you.
I'm gonna go on Twitter right now and tweet that.
Silence. No one else is gonna do it. I swear to God, if I see anyone else doing it.
Oh, I'm sure a bunch of our friends is gonna do the same thing.
No, they're not. They're going to not do that.
I'm willing to bet at least 5 of our friends, not including Damien, is gonna like or retweet or do something along those lines.
I'm going to deny this, and I'm not going to have this happen. Get it out of here. You silence. Moving on, away from this.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Moving on.
Do we have to?
Yes.
Aw.
All right, I have retweeted it with my own hashtag.
Yeah. Quote retweeted. Make it a thread.
I hate you both. I hate you both so much.
And any of our listeners, if you see it, quote retweet it.
No.
Quote retweeted, listeners.
Silence, please.
Go nuts.
Make the Shade Dad spread.
Silence the shenanigans immediately. Anyway. Any other part of that community you would like to talk about right now?
No, not really.
Okay.
I got to talk about what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I can see that. Anyway, there was something I wanted to do, but I don't remember right now. So let's just continue on. Moda brought up something earlier about inspirations. Did you have specific things in mind?
Oh no, I was just going to talk about like the personal favorite VTubers, and that. Well, we can do it that too. That what VTubers are inspiration.
No, that works. That works. Here's what you got, Moda.
Okay. Oh, tell me what I got. Okay.
Yeah, hit us, Moda.
Like, my favorite VTuber, honestly, gonna be real basic, which, now that I said it out loud, that sounds real insulting.
Yeah. God damn it, Moda. What the fuck?
Come on, Moda. Come on.
Can't believe you just call someone basic. What the hell? Yeah, you're canceled now.
Canceled. Hashtag cancel Modabor.
My favorite VTuber that I watch regularly is Kisaka.
Wow, I'm telling Kisa, you just call her basic. Excuse me.
Do it. I'm not
Excuse
scared.
us a moment.
I'm
Going
just
into
gonna-
mod chat.
Oh,
to tell you
no.
this, Kisa, but Moda called you basic.
I'm gonna delete that nonsense. Oh, both of you assholes are typing into mod chat. Hang on. Delete.
All right, I know how to get around this.
Oh.
Answer correctly.
Oh, no!
All right, hold on. Give me a second. We're typing here.
No.
Keeps deleting the message. Just wanted to tell you, Moda called you
not like
basic.
No, not like that. God damn it!
This is my revenge. All right.
There we go. Revenge.
I said it like that because Kisa was how I originally got into VTubers and how I met the both of you.
Okay.
So So it's like, oh, the first VTuber I started watching regularly, and what got me into the community, and where I found a bunch of my friends. Yeah, the simple, basic answer I could give is the right answer. Oh my god, I hate each and every one of you.
It's great. It's great. No, it's great. It's perfect.
It's great. We finally got a revenge on Moda.
Best revenge ever.
Thank you for that ammunition, Motamore.
No.
This is great. This worked out great.
Oh, I hate each and every one of you so goddamn much.
I can't. During a podcast, can't believe you would call her out like that. Like, what the hell, man?
God damn it. God, I feel like I'm gonna.
It's perfect, honestly. We've caught, for those that obviously no one can tell right now, but right now there's absolute chaos going on in another chat. It's great.
It's great.
And of course, it's all started by us because we told Kisa how it's called basic.
Oh, I said my opinion was basic, not Kisa.
No, you definitely.
You definitely said basic.
Yeah, the wording was pretty bad.
Now, I said my favorite streamer, which is a basic answer, is the first VTuber that I really got into.
I don't know.
Like,
it kind of sounded like you're calling Kisa basic,
I was not.
Yeah.
God.
Anyway, moving on, because obviously, if we're being honest here, I don't find her basic, but the amazing Kisa was also a pretty big inspiration.
I hate all of you. Go on, whatever.
Another one that was actually pretty, that kind of was pretty inspiring, that I don't think I've actually mentioned too much, was Sleepy Bunzu. I looked in quite a bit of her streams and watching her do art. Just stream like a ton, but she's great.
Fuck. Anyway.
I'd have to say, like the three of you, one of my biggest inspirations, of course, too, is Kisa as well. But let's be completely real. I know I've told you guys this many a time, but if I had not have found the likes of Project Melody, Iron Mouse, I wouldn't be here today.
Right.
So I owe a lot of everything I've learned, everything I've seen, and all the friends I've made over the last couple of years to those two.
Yeah. I mean,
that's fair.
And Iron Mouse was one of the ones that inspired me the most to actually start streaming back during the pandemic.
Right.
And without that, I wouldn't be here today. We're hanging out with you guys, doing this awesome podcast.
Right.
But yeah, those are the three biggest inspirations for me.
Right. Yeah, no, makes sense.
Yeah. Like I know, the way I started, the way I discovered Vtubers, like I mentioned, was through Kisa. Because before that, I looked at another stream. It was normal IRL streams, normal person. But I ended up deciding I wanted to go kind of expand, work more on my drawing kind of thing. Even then, I wasn't really looking to look forward to my drawing at that time because I was kind of struggling. So I decided to pop into art streams, and that's where I found, Kisa, and then I lurked in there, and that's where I discovered VTubers myself. Because I'll be honest, I wasn't very big into Twitch before the pandemic, obviously, So really, the only VTuber was Casino I, and that was kind of it. I didn't really know anything else at all. So obviously, through the art, that's where I discovered VTubers, and honestly, a lot of VTubers are very artistic. They have a really good artistic. They're very creative, pretty amazing. But yeah, and that's kind of, you know, obviously. Then we met Kisa, and that's really inspiration.
It's actually through Kisa I started watching a lot more art streams.
Yes.
No, sorry,
sorry. Go on. I was just gonna interrupt for a moment to say that's same here. Up until I met Kisaka, and that one fateful day, anybody else that entered into an art stream, I would immediately just like, okay, no, go find something else. But for some reason, on that day, something told me to stay.
Right.
And I did, and well, here we are, almost 2 years later.
Nah, for me, it was pretty much just I didn't mind art streams too much. I just didn't go out of my way.
Right.
But like if I was watching someone play a game and then they switched over to art, I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just play a game or something.
Yeah.
But then now I'm like, ooh, art stream, let's see.
Right. It's quite relaxing.
Oh yeah, it's very peaceful. Now that I've actually allowed myself to actually start enjoying it, it's incredibly peaceful to sit there and watch someone art away. Even if I am a little green with envy that the art skills of some of my friends.
It's called practice.
Yeah, Damien.
Time to get some practice.
I've tried. My hands are not up to the task no more.
Listen,
right.
It's about finding that style that allows you to. You don't always have to go with that like high detailed stuff. You were just finding a weird style where things are like there's some styles that aren't like super clean. They're messy. They're unorganized. They're abstract. You can find something there.
That's true. But see, the biggest issue for me is my arthritis. So it does make it a little difficult to draw. It's also why I gave up playing the guitar.
That's fair.
Really? I actually didn't know you used to play guitar.
Oh, I have a bass guitar sitting over here in the corner.
Nice. Oh, that's cool.
I have not played it in about 10 years.
Oh.
I'm jealous of even knowing how to have played it.
Yeah, same.
Well, if I could have met you guys 10 years ago, then you would have been a lot younger. But I would have taught you.
I would have been 13.
Yeah, no, okay, that would have been a little awkward for a 30-something friends with 13-year-old. So yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
it's just a little bit. Fine.
Just a bit.
It depends how that friendship formed, you know?
Yes.
True.
That would have been funny though. I mean, guitar instructor.
There you go.
Yeah, I suppose a guitar instructor.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just terrible.
In what regard?
Just playing instruments.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, need to expand on that.
Well, I thought we were talking about instruments here, so you know, I can't just play them.
You just made a vague notion, like a vague statement, and it's like, okay.
Okay, allow me to unvagify it more.
Okay.
As a being that lives upon this earth, I do not have the skills to move thy thumbs and fingers in a way that allows musical sounds to leave an instrument.
That was a long walk for a small cup of water.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Listen, you guys got the point though, didn't you?
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah, just a tiny bit.
Was that detailed enough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I tried at one point. I think I tried with a guitar, and I can't. I think the closest I can get to playing an instrument is fucking Rock Band, and that's not really playing.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Playing Rock Band actually, for like the longest time, actually kind of screwed me up a little bit when going back to playing my bass guitar.
Right?
Really?
Yeah.
Just because it wasn't accurate?
Yeah.
That's understandable.
Because trying to play again, I'm like, wait, this is not how this works.
Oh wait,
It's
I
messing
played-
up everything.
I played one instrument in my entire life, actually.
Was it a triangle?
No, fuck you. I'm trying to remember what it's called though. It was. Was it? Was it? Which? I think it was. I think it would be a regular old flute, or we were called a recorder.
Was it a Vuvuzela?
I don't know. You just said a word that just entered my brain and went out the other side.
That is actually an instrument.
A vuvuzela?
A Vuvuzela. It's just a big horn.
No. It's actually like you hold it in front of you and you blow into it, and it's like a really small like little thing. Hold on.
A harmonica?
How about what? You said it's kind of like a flute. Is it a piccolo?
I'm sorry, I don't watch Dragon Ball Z.
No. No.
No, it's okay. No,
Okay.
it's a recorder. It's a recorder. Hold on.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
essentially. I believe it's also called a piccolo as well.
I think, isn't Piccolo something else entirely?
It's a flute.
No, I mean like Piccolo versus a recorder.
Let's see.
Yeah,
I'm
we
pretty
popped
sure they're
this-
different.
Pop this on the stream.
Okay.
This is like the exact fucking instrument I had to play. And literally the only reason why I played this thing was because
Okay, yeah, that's completely different from what I was looking at.
elementary had a required music class. You had to at least go to that class at a certain point during the day. And this is the thing I could
Oh.
play, and that was it.
Ew, required
Yeah.
music class.
a lot of schools require that.
Yep. And
Mine did too.
of course, all of them was public use, so you would unscrew the top and dip it in the
Sanitizer?
yes.
Ew, that's disgusting.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm really glad I did not have a required music class because, oh,
Yeah.
just
It was
thinking about that.
elementary school required it.
Here's the thing with mine: we didn't have recorders or flutes. We just had a bunch of communal use guitars.
Oh god. I mean, at least
So
you gotta
that's
learn
what
that.
we used.
Yeah, at least you gotta learn a guitar. I used a fucking recorder. I sounded
Well-
stupid the entire time.
To be fair, who doesn't sound stupid playing the recorder?
Exactly. Like I was
At least starting out.
I was terrible. We played very simplistic things, and there was like I didn't really accomplish anything with this damn thing, but I played it. And I hated my existence while I played it because I knew that someone probably had used the same piece and you could see the teeth marks on the damn thing. So yeah. Gross.
Oh no. Yeah, no.
Yeah, at that point, I'm like, yeah, teach. I want a new one, please.
We
So,
can't. Damien, here's what they would tell you in a Shade. Did you go to an American public school? Well,
Yeah, of
you went
course.
to an American
of
public
course,
school.
I live in America.
Okay. Here's Damien. If you ask them, can I get another one in an American public school? Here's what they would tell you.
We can't afford
Fuck
it.
you.
Well, that's not what they would say on Almore. They would just say it's not. Yeah, they don't have the money for that.
Essentially, it will be up yours. We don't. get bent.
Tell
Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah.
If you read between
Ladies and
the
gentlemen,
lines,
the American school system.
I mean, honestly, in like complete total honesty, that's pretty much it.
Also, I gotta put this out. Actually, this is the exact same fucking recorder I played.
Are you serious?
You
Yeah.
really?
I think it's the exact same fucking recorder. And I'm looking at this because it has the exact same, like the white part's in the same place. It's like that blackish brownish color in the. Yeah, I think this is the same fucking thing I played.
Nice.
Literally, that top part, like here, let's see. This top part there, that's screwed off.
Right. Ooh. I think I bought a recorder on my own because I wanted to learn to try. I didn't get too far, but
yeah.
mine screwed off too. Actually, mine was so cheap; it was missing like 2 holes in the recorder. So I took a kitchen knife and I just started twisting it so I could drill a hole into it.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's
causing Damien physical pain.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But yeah. Anyway,
school was pretty bad.
Yeah. Moving on from the tortures of school.
Yeah, that could be a whole other podcast topic.
Yeah, we could be like, all right, Damien, we're gonna compare our schooling to yours.
Yeah.
Education, let's go.
I wanted to ask
versus America.
I wanted to ask Damien, doesn't Canadian schools use E as a letter grade?
Hold on.
Hello?
I'm not entirely sure. Sorry, I had to think. I mean, I don't think they do.
I know there's one.
Never seen an E grade.
No one was
At
that
least
bad.
when I was in school.
There's one letter, or there's one country that uses E as a letter grade.
Yeah, no, I don't think we do. I mean, granted, it's been 20 years since I've set foot in a school.
Right.
So it could have changed since then.
Right.
Let me look this up because now I'm curious.
I couldn't tell you.
Interesting.
Okay, it has existed in the early 1960s on the report card.
Interesting.
Right. Okay, so I just might be thinking of something else.
Very possible.
Yeah, knowing me.
I love how we went from Vtubers to school talk.
Well, we went a little bit off topic. It's fine.
It's what we do.
Well, I know how to bring it around full circle.
All right, hit us with it, Mark.
All right, hit us with it, Moda.
There's a streamer that I watched like his YouTube highlights of.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Professor Lando.
Okay, I've heard of him.
He did a class on Vtubers.
Ah.
Oh.
And now that we're back on Vtubers, carry on.
Okay. Oh, I thought you had somewhere to go with that one. All right.
Yeah, okay. I thought you were going somewhere.
Oh, no. His class was just talking about Vtubers in general.
Okay.
That's what a lot of his classes are about, is just topics that he talks about in broad detail.
Right.
It's pretty cool.
That's fun.
Yeah. One of the Vtubers he drew was Gouda, which is nice. I was going to say, also, speaking of Vtubers, we can't discount the Vtuber agencies. Like you brought up Iron Mouse a while back, and she's part of
Vshoujo.
Vshoujo, yes. I'm going to be honest, I don't know much about Vshoujo or Nijisami. I'm really just more familiar with Hololive more than anything.
It's Niji Sanji, not Niji Sami.
Anyway, DG Subway.
Oh my god.
God damn it.
But yes, that's what I'm talking. Yeah. How familiar are you with any of them? Because I know there's more than them.
I'm not too familiar with Nichisanchi. I mean, aside from that, I got some not bad looking male VTubers.
Right.
Right.
VShojo, I'm more familiar with them than I am with Hololive because I was around when VShojo was formed.
Right.
And I know the whole controversy that happened around that too, but that's a whole different thing. I do know that unlike Hololive, VShojo is more liberal with their talent. They allow their talent a lot more freedom than Hololive does. But I have noticed Hololive has loosened their grip, at least on some of their talents, when it comes to collabs.
Right.
Gotcha.
Because I remember for the longest time, Hololive would not allow the likes of Kiryu Coco, for example, to collab with Melody.
Right.
Because of what she was. Is. But now I've noticed a lot more of the Hololive girls have been collabing with a lot of the VShojo girls.
Right.
Right.
And then you get all the unhappy fandoms that are like, oh no, blah blah blah, VShojo sucks, blah blah blah, Hololive, blah. It's like, fuck off, guys. Let them do what they want. They're having fun.
Right.
But yeah, no, that's really all I know about the agencies beyond the fact that they at least allow some slightly deeper pockets for the girls to do what they want.
Right. Okay.
So, but yeah, beyond that, I'm not too, well, aside from the fact that VShojo was founded by former co-CEO of Twitch.
Really?
Yes, the Gun Run founded Twitch originally. Was one of the founders of Twitch.
I did not know that. That's pretty cool.
And I believe the other co-founder is actually a famous YouTuber as well.
Oh.
Hold on. I will
Do you
see if I
know-
can pull this up.
I was gonna say, do you know who they are?
I believe so. Hold on. I will pull this up.
Gotcha. See, that's the things that I don't really know because I don't keep track of like the companies a part of it.
Right.
Corporate side of it. I'm more focused on the individual half the time than anything. Like that's where my focus always is.
I know the individual, but that's about it. I don't
Okay,
know
here
too
we
much
go.
about the inner workings.
Okay, so here we go. CEO Justin the Gun Run Inga CEO, a member of a team that founded Twitch, and CTO Philip Mountain Dew
Nice.
Fontenette, a creator of YouTube, co-founded VShojo to promote and empower English-speaking VTubers. It debuted on November 24th, 2020 as one of the first VTuber companies based in the United States and the Western world.
Okay.
Interesting.
So,
That's pretty cool. I
yeah.
had no idea.
And let's be real, those, 6, 7 girls have done okay, yes, they're lewd. Who gives a crap? But those girls have raised a lot of fucking money for charities.
Right. Which is always good.
Yeah, like it's been unreal. Like, I can't remember, what was it? I think last year there was I think it was the Children's Toy Foundation. They raised I think it was almost $100,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Just from bouncing from stream to stream. and having friends on, and actually some of their smaller non-VShojo friends.
Right.
Just raising money for this. I think that's what it was the Children's Toy Foundation.
Huh, that's really impressive.
It is. Like, yeah, some of them aren't as big as the others, but that to me, it's super impressive to see just how much they've done for the VTubing world.
Yeah. Especially for like also bringing more attention to VTubers in general.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which
Well, and-
started off oh, sorry.
Oh, no, like I was just gonna say, like, one of the things VTubing has done for someone like, say, Iron Mouse, someone who is bedridden because of her condition. Well, I don't think she's bedridden anymore. I think she's been strong enough to get up and walk around now, but VTubing has allowed her to interact with people outside of that room.
Right.
And because of the her exponential growth over the last 2 years, she is now able to afford easily the medication she needs to not be completely sick and bedridden anymore.
Right.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that VTubing can do for people.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. What I was gonna bring up was that I was gonna bring up a lot about the social aspect, like what you were doing. No. I was gonna bring up about how it's reach, because you were saying about Iron Mouse growth.
Yeah.
Because you remember, like, what we can pretty much consider one of the first VTubers, Kizuna Eyes.
I don't
She
believe
was-
she's the first VTuber,
Well,
actually.
like one of the ones that broke the mainstream. You know what I mean?
True.
Like Kizuna Eye was initially how I got into how I became aware of VTubers. Except, like, I didn't even. She was the only one that I knew for the longest time, because she showed up randomly in my recommendations on YouTube a couple years ago.
You know, I think you might be right. You know, I think that may have happened to me, but I just kind of shrugged it off.
Yeah, because the thing with Kizuna Eye was that she was a Japanese VTuber at the time using extremely high-end equipment, like a full-on 3D tracking,
Yeah.
which used to be super expensive, but now
Walk in
anyone
your
with
local grocery store, you'd go and buy something.
anyone with a couple $100 could buy a couple cameras for a full 3D movement rig.
Yep.
But yeah, and she was also Japanese, so that was a language barrier right there.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't, I was gonna say, if it wasn't for me, and probably for a lot of other people, becoming aware of VTubers because of Kizuna Eye, it might have not gotten like the slight explosion of popularity when they became big again through agencies like HoloLive.
Right.
Yeah. Like, I know, like, I didn't, like I had said earlier, I didn't become aware of VTubers in general until the controversy surrounding Project Melody when she debuted. And, you know, Cam Girls Be Angry at this whole, suddenly there's this animated cam girl going around, and it's like, I'm like, what's this? And so let's, like, she brought a lot of attention to the English side of things.
Yeah.
And like, and that's just where suddenly I'm learning about Silverveil, Iron Mouse. At the time, her name was Isla Mao. I believe it's Mew Mao now. Yui, Leaflet, Kisa is where I just suddenly learned all about all these people.
Right.
So it's just like, so yeah, like Kizuna Eye brought attention to it, but I and this is just me, but I believe Melody's the one who brought most of the attention to the English side of everything.
Yeah. Now that I can agree, because I was even aware of the whole Project Melody controversy, and again, I wasn't even that big into VTubers. I just had a passing memory of them.
I believe the only reason I became aware of the Melody controversy was because I was, once upon a time, a Nuxtaku fan.
Same.
And I believe he covered it in the beginning, but also so did Lost Pause, who I've been following for quite some time.
Also same.
So I believe it was the news feed that followed to hit my Twitter is where I learned about it.
Right.
Yeah, no, pretty much the same with me, because when they started talking about it, and then they started talking more about VTubers, I'm like, oh, I remember this one VTuber that I kind of watched a few videos of, but I didn't really get too much of. I actually remember when I stopped watching Kizuna Ai, I was watching her play Detroit Become Human.
Right.
But then I was going through the playlist, and then the playlist stopped for me. Not because she didn't continue it, but because the English subtitles weren't put into YouTube yet.
Yes. And, okay, people can contradict me if I want, but let's be real. Hololive did not bring around EN until after VTubers got big in the West.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because once they blew up, suddenly we're getting what they were. It was Hollow Myth, was it not?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
that's what they're called. They're called a Hololive Myth.
Yeah, which is what Callie, Kiara, Ina, Gara,
Gura and Amelia.
Amelia.
And then there was Hope, which is Iris. And then
Right.
who names I have not fully remembered yet.
Right. I forgot about Council.
It's a Koroni, Miyume, Fauna, Baz, the Chaos one.
That is EN Gen 2, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Council, yeah.
Yeah, Council.
And then one that I'm positive I'm not remembering. Oh, the fucking the planet one. What's her name? I don't even remember.
Why is it spacing from my brain?
Hold on.
I'm just gonna look it up.
Wait. Oh no, you already said Sana, right? That's not.
Sana, that's her name.
Oh,
Sana.
that is? Okay.
The planet one, right?
Yeah, Sana, Fauna, Koroni, Miyume,
And then the Chaos one, whose name I can't pronounce.
Hakos, Bales?
About? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm pronouncing your name wrong.
Yeah.
The little mousy one.
The mousy one, the Chaos.
Yeah.
I remember what she stands for. She stands for Chaos.
Sorry, she's a rat, apparently.
Yeah.
A rat is just an outside mouse. It's fine.
Just
What?
Now.
That's a reference to a movie.
Okay.
Okay.
A rat is a outside mouse, and a mouse is an inside rat.
Okay, I think I get
again.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that took me a moment.
But yeah, no. Again, I'm pretty sure because Hololive EN that they pretty much came on the scene because, well, not just because of it was the VTubers coming over to the West.
Yeah.
Because when Hololive came out, there was a big following of them already
yeah.
in the West.
Oh, yeah. Which is why Hollow EN got so big so fast.
Right.
Yeah, because it was VTubers that you didn't have to wait a couple of weeks for English subtitle clips to show up.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
they're already speaking English, and in some cases are speaking other languages, like
Yeah.
Korean. Because I don't one of the Hololive and VTubers speak Korean. I know some of them already speak Japanese.
I know
trying to-
Callie speaks Japanese. I believe Kiara's German.
Yeah, Kiara does speak German.
Yeah, because I believe she lives in Germany, if I'm not
Right.
mistaken. At
I
least
think so,
that's
too.
what that's what I've deduced. At least.
Right. I've heard that too.
Then you have like Hololive Indonesia.
Yes.
Yeah. Indonesia. There was the unfortunately dissolved Chinese branch.
Right.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's a whole bag of worms that I don't think we should open up here.
No. It's best
Yeah.
leave it
Probably
lie.
not. Probably
Uh,
not the best thing.
But yeah. VTuber is really great.
Yeah, VTubers are cool. And I was also gonna say, because there's a big social aspect of VTubers too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like a lot of VTubers know each other. I feel like a lot of VTubers know each other a lot more than IRL streamers know each other. Or is that just me? Like I feel like there's a bigger. I feel like there's a slightly bigger branching friendships between VTubers.
I don't know. I feel like it's still the same with IRL in the end. It just kind of depends on the circles you're watching.
Yeah,
it might
yeah.
be.
It depends on the circles you're paying attention to. Like you really don't want to bring in those toxic people unintentionally to ruin your comfy times.
Right. Maybe it's just me because I'm still relatively new in the VTuber space, but I already have my own little Twitch community elsewhere that I don't really bring on to the VTuber space.
Right.
Yeah.
That is kind of half the reason why I stopped VTubing because I'm like, nah, I think I'm good with that.
No,
I
that's
don't
fair.
want to blend them together.
Understandable. You don't wanna blend them too much.
Yeah, because I've only very rarely have I blended them, and even then, that's not too often.
Yeah.
God, I think about every time I say blended, I think about something else.
Oh, tell us,
Oh.
tell us, tell us, tell us.
I don't wanna.
Come on, Dad. You can't leave us in the dark.
Come on, Dad.
All right, the movie Blended.
I've never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it was
I'm
a
gonna look it up.
Sandler movie.
Ew, Adam Sandler, gross.
Yeah. Don't remind me of it, please.
But his movies were fantastic.
Listen,
Oh my, lay off. Not even in sarcasm.
listen. I don't want to remember right now. Okay. There's like it was a whole thing in my past that we had to deal with. I don't want to.
This synopsis sound what?
It's two families that are being blended together. That's all it is. It's basically like two families that went through their own divorces and they're merging together, and the difficulties of that
Right.
shit. But no, it's just listen. I'll be honest. It may have become like a point where we made like a part of that, like a theme of a wedding that we had to do. And I don't want to think back to weddings.
Sounds something.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like something completely and totally fun.
Oh.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on.
Yes, moving on from Adam Sandler, please, for the love of God.
You know what I will say though? Best thing about VTubing, 100% the best thing. I don't gotta do shit to be ready.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're all probably sitting here without pants right now.
Okay, wear pants still. That makes me comfortable. I don't like being pantsless. Okay. I feel weird being pantsless talking to people still, but my hair is fucked right now. It is a complete mess.
Well, in my defense, I'm actually wearing shorts, but you know.
That's fair.
I still have on my jeans from work.
Yeah, see, I don't gotta do shit. I don't even worry about my hair. I don't need to be worried about I'm gonna make a stupid ass face. Let me just put this up. This is a worry that's strong for me because, all right, let's just say this now. Zach Bussey, all right? Twitch news, great person, love him, right?
Right.
There are so many times where I'm watching, he'll pause what the video is watching that he's talking about, and someone is making a dumbass face, and that's the moment they pause. I don't want that. I do not want that. Okay, I do not want to be like mid-blink, looking like a complete fool, and that be a point that someone pause on. Okay, nah, none of that shit.
Oh, you don't want to be part of the memeable face crew?
No, I don't want any of the stress that comes with if I look like I'm doing something stupid and everyone is seeing me do that.
Honestly, it's not really that stressful.
That's
But
because
to
it's
be
you,
fair-
Moda.
Yeah, I was gonna say I also have very little shame.
I would stress the hell out over it. I don't even like people seeing my face as it is. That's why I don't take pictures of my face and share them.
Yeah, you don't take any selfies for us.
I don't.
With the exception of that one time.
One time, I
That
kept
one
it for
time.
30 minutes and I deleted it.
Which I missed because I was working.
It wasn't
Sorry.
even in a public space and I still only had it up for 30 minutes.
Sorry, Moda. I meant to save it for you, but I forgot.
Goddamn, too bad.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'll share it again later at some point.
Okay, DM it to me.
When I have well, DM and then delete it. I guess that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, I don't like my face. Okay, I don't like it being out there. I don't like people seeing it.
Right.
I'm the same way because I know there are people out there that do not like me IRL. So,
Right.
and I don't want them trying to come into my life again and ruining the good stuff I've made.
Right.
That's a nice part of it as well. A lot of times there's the oh my god, I can't say the fucking word. And no, that's the wrong word I was going to say. That's a whole. That's
Anemone.
yes. There we go. I was going to say the animosity. I was like, that's not the word I'm looking for.
I don't want people to know I want animosity. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
But no,
well, all right, we can give you animosity.
being anonymous to things, we don't have to worry about. So, like, all right, there are still some people that figure this stuff out and they still are creepy about it. But you don't have to
Yeah.
worry about running into somebody that knows you from stream.
Right.
Unless like it's
Unless-
someone you talk to and they know what you look like or you bring it up.
They know what you look like. They potentially know your first name,
Right.
or they have keen ears and recognize your voice while you're out in public.
Right. Which is,
Yeah.
it's not going to happen all the time. It's
No.
not like a common occurrence. It's not like your Markiplier walking out in the neighborhood where you're going to be recognized instantly.
Yeah.
Right.
Just as an example there, I think it's fair. Like, you're pretty sure it's very, to me, I would find it very uncomfortable. I like my ability where I'm like, all right, I'm VTubing, no one knows my face, I can go out, it's fine. To be fair, though, I'm not ever worried about that. I'm not to a point where I would worry about that stuff.
Right.
Right.
But I like that extra protection, especially if there was someone I knew from my past that ended up catching my stream. I don't have to worry about it. I feel like they won't recognize me anyway. That's not true. I'm using a name I've used since like elementary, so maybe I'm fucked anyway. But I'm using like
Well,
a
yeah, like-
OC character I've had for all eternity. It's pretty fucking obvious at this point. But the point is, I don't need to worry about that because I'm not thinking
Yeah.
about it.
Well, yeah,
Right.
like for myself, Damien I've had forever, but this is the first time he's actually had a face.
Right.
Right.
Thank you, Shade.
Yeah.
And also thank you, Luffy, for this.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, for me, it's honestly, because again, I started streaming. This is the streaming that I've been doing lately is not the first time I've streamed. I've streamed before,
Right.
but it was before VTubers were big, right?
Right.
Or were really a thing. Because back then, when I started on Twitch, or just even before I started, VTubing was not a thing. It was either cam or no cam. And then both were just equally viable. Like cam, no cam, you're fine, do whatever. Because a lot of times you was using your camera, at least in the Pokemon community, to record your DS because you didn't have a Katsukity capture card, because you didn't have the $600 to send it to California and get it back in a month. And then bam, you had a capture card. Which, yes, was a thing that happened.
Right.
And it was annoying. And it was even odds whether or not you'll even get the thing back half the time.
Right.
Oh god, I do not miss Katsukity. Oh, they were a mess of a company, let me tell you. I should let anyone tell you. But yeah, when I started, it was like face cam because it was a thing, and I think I just got used to it. Which was also why it felt weird when I was VTubing, because I'm also a person that talks with his hands. Like
Right.
I always have my
Yeah.
I have my hands moving, my eyebrows go nuts sometimes. I don't know if any of you two have noticed during my streams.
I've noticed you're very handsy and you're very expressive.
Yeah. Like my eyebrows will go nuts, my eyes will squint, go wide, my mouth will make all kinds of shapes. I'll make gestures at the camera or the person I'm talking to. That's basically how I talk in normal life.
Right.
Right.
So without that in the VTuber, it felt weird, which is why I always gone back.
Understandable.
With somebody recognizing me, honestly, that's like I'll pass that bridge when I get to it.
Right. I mean,
Right.
I feel like you would handle it just fine, just really the way you are, your personality.
I am very social, so
Mhm.
I would probably get excited about it.
Right. Like I'm extremely introverted.
Yeah.
Extremely.
I feel
Right.
like if there was a stage, if like it was a stage in front of a bunch of people, Shade would go to the furthest room possible away from the stage.
Yeah, that would be me too, actually.
No, I would walk on stage. I'll be like, give me my lines. I'll figure out what to do from there.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch the stage.
I would actually love to go on a stage.
I would be
That's like honest. That's like a goal of mine, one way or another, to be on a panel of some kind.
Mhm.
right.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Like I'm sure you two have noticed that when I first joined you all as a mod, I was kind of quiet and not so talky. But once I got to
Right.
know you all, I kind of opened up more.
Right.
Like
right.
I still don't share most of my life, but that's just me.
Right.
But I've opened up. I've become more friendly. Like look at the three of us. We're the unlikely crew that became friends,
Yeah.
which I think is kind of awesome.
You know, it's real cool. I like it a lot. I like our friendship.
Oh yeah, as chaotic as it is.
Of
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
Nah, fun times.
I gotta say
Indeed.
though, quickly go into the topic of a stage for a split second.
Mhm.
Oh.
See, I have been on at least in terms of school, on stage quite often.
Mhm.
More than I
Right.
ever would ever desire to be. Because it was like you had to go up there for, I think it was 6th grade and 5th grade to do music plays. And you had to dance for the entire school and their parents.
Right.
Mhm.
And then, as I'm graduating from elementary, there's the joyful time of that year was the very first time they introduced a chess/checkers club
Right.
hosted by
Oh.
my 6th grade teacher, right? So that was mainly just an after school thing in the classroom, right? It was easy, and like even like
Right.
the final between me and the other person for the chess championship was done literally in the office of the school, like
Right.
at the front
Oh,
desk.
no.
We said the front
No.
desk, right? That was
Oh.
our championship, right? No one was there. It was
Right.
like no one was there. It was literally during. I actually think, if I remember correctly, it was during class.
Oh
So
boy.
no one was there. We just got to leave class and have this chess match, right? And because
Right.
and so I won.
Oh,
There-
congratulations.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Now the reward was a small, tiny plastic trophy, and then this big, giant like trophy that had like a fake plant in it that you have to return the next year. By the way, I'd like to point that out. You had to come back to a school you graduated from to return this fucking thing.
Nice. Well, did they just track you down?
I don't know. Probably not. But
Right.
the worst part was the final party at the school, right? Everyone's in the cafeteria. All the desks are pushed. I mean, all the tables are pushed back. I don't matter because it's the same. It's cafeteria's just the gym room, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
I had to go on the stage in front of everybody to claim this goddamn trophy that I like. I don't even give a shit. I just wanted to play chess. It was miserable because it was a party where everyone was dancing, and then we paused the music for me to stand up there to accept a chess champion trophy. I'm like, fuck.
Dear.
I spent
Oh,
my
dear.
entire elementary avoiding you people, and now I'm being put on a stage in front of you all. What the fuck?
You know, that's probably exactly how I would have actually have had my speech.
I didn't have to do a
Like,
speech, thank God. I just had to go up and accept it, thank God.
See, I would have been like, I spent my entire school year avoiding you fucks, and you bring me up onto a bloody stage. Fuck you.
Yeah, I will be honest. I was like, literally, I was very much. I hung around like further away from people. At least like 3rd grade, I kind of I hung out with people during that time. But once I got older and older and older, I distanced myself. Okay, actually, no, I was pretty distanced even in 3rd grade. Anyway, I was very distant. I would always go to like the farthest place of the playground, away from all the people, stay away from them. I had like
Right.
small group of people that I did talk to, but everyone else I didn't really talk to the point where some of them didn't know I talked or had a voice.
Yeah, you told me about that at one point.
Yeah, I remember you telling us about that.
Yep, that continued a lot into junior high and high school as well. Get called on and be like, "Oh my god, he can talk! I've
He
never heard your
speaks.
voice before."
A
Like,
prophecy.
Yeah,
Prophecy foretold, he speaks.
that was me. But anyway,
I was gonna say I was pretty much the opposite. I was always pretty social, making friends with everyone.
right.
What about you, Damien?
I don't remember much from my high school life. I've wiped that from my memory as much as I could.
People always say that. I found high school very enjoyable.
Oh,
I was essentially the bully beater.
Right.
Yeah, I was the one that would beat the crap out of the bullies, mostly through elementary. But high school, I kind of stopped that because it's a little hard to do that when your parents are friends with the principal.
I could see that.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So high school, I kind of mellowed out a little bit. Still got into fights, but that was mostly against those that thought they test their mettle, so to speak.
Right.
But yeah, I don't remember much about high school beyond most of that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, right. Makes sense. No, I never really got into fights. Like I said, I was always on pretty good terms with everyone.
Right.
I always hung out in multiple groups of people at once. Like there'd be times where my biggest struggle of my high school life on a day-to-day basis is which circle of friends will I have lunch with? Because I always had at least 4 options. Like 4 different places I could sit and talk to friends.
I like
It just all depended on my mood.
I like how so fucking different I am on that one. I was like I wasn't hated anyway. Okay, now there were kids that were afraid of me. For no reason.
They thought you were a drug dealer.
Yeah, there was drug dealer, possibly might have been part of a gang, maybe because I was silent,
Okay.
dressed in
Now
black.
we need a picture of young Shade.
Yes.
I wasn't that bad. I just had long hair, for God's sake, and wore black. That's it. But
Oh
I
my
avoided
God.
people. In fact, my thing for lunch was how do I walk around during lunchtime and avoid people?
That sounds weird to me.
Right. Like, I think there was for a bit there, I sat with some people, but I was like, I can't. And I need my batteries to recharge from not having to deal with people. So I need my lunchtime
Right.
to go away from you all.
Right.
So I'd find all the ways to avoid the people.
Right.
I don't have to, all that stress of talking people and them seeing me, and then, nah, I don't need it. I don't need it.
Yeah, I'm kind of that way nowadays. It's just like I have my social battery where I pretend to care while I'm at work.
Right.
But once I'm outside of work, if I don't actually like you, don't come up to me and start talking.
Right.
Yes.
Because I'm just like, I'm done work, leave me alone. I'm not at work, don't talk to me.
Right.
Like if I see my boss or someone outside of work, I'll stop and talk to them because they're my boss.
Right.
But
Yeah.
a fellow coworker like I don't like, I will turn the other direction and keep going.
Right.
And if they say hi to me, I'll just nod at them and keep going.
Fair enough.
But yeah, like Moda, I had my small friend groups to sit with in high school, but I rarely did that. I was the type who would go walk to the nearest Subway for lunch if I had the money. Granted, I've been working since I was 15, so I was the only one of my friends who had money at the time. So
Right.
I was always walking wherever I wanted to during lunch break to get something to eat.
You could leave the school in the middle of the day
During
for
lunch-
lunch. That's
During
wild.
lunch break, we could leave the premises.
That is wild to me.
Well, that was during high school, of course.
Again, wild, because mine didn't do that. They locked the gates. They kept us in. Didn't stop us from jumping the fence, but
Okay, I was wrong. I do have one funny memory. That I kind of half remember was the one time me and my friend went to the local 7-Eleven to get Slurpees, and we added a little bit of alcohol to it.
Nice.
And then we went back to our math class about 20 minutes late.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
that sounds awesome.
It was fun.
Oh no, I bet.
I like how so far off topic we've gone.
Oh yeah.
I know.
From a stage, Vtubers, we're gone.
Well, we went off for like half an hour.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
I-
I think we've covered most of what we could cover with VTubers.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's probably more that we could probably talk about at a later date if you really think about
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
But you know,
I was gonna say, you two. Well, Damien was a bully beater, so I doubt he had any bullies.
maybe with Emoto.
And people thought that you were gonna shank him with your prison shank,
Hmm?
so they probably didn't. You probably didn't have much bullies either. Am I right?
No, what I had, this is embarrassing to admit, is that there was actually in elementary school 2 girls that chased me constantly.
I mean, hey, you know what? Kids can be rough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn it! Am I right on your part?
Amy is currently thinking.
Okay.
Dot,
Give him a second to load.
dot. Although, also just to go back on that past topic.
My dumbass was muted. Whoops.
You fool!
I had to cough, and then when I started speaking, I thought I hit the button.
Okay, yeah, we're just waiting on you.
Sorry.
It's good.
Yeah, no, okay, sorry. What was the question again?
You were the bully beater, so you probably didn't have a lot of bullies.
Yeah,
yourself.
no, I didn't really have a whole lot of bullies. Like they tried,
Right.
but they weren't really successful.
I was gonna say I actually had a bully for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I told this. I probably have. I told someone, my friend, and my friend was like, report him to the administrator's office. And then he realized in that moment that his bullying was hurting me. He apologized. I accepted. We became friends. And he was a very cool guy.
Nice.
I think I remember you telling me this at least.
Probably, yeah. I tell it sometimes. So the one bully I had, we became really good friends after he realized that bullying hurt people. Which is a story that usually throws people through a loop.
Oh, that's fair.
I mean, it's understandable that would throw some people for a loop because bullies actually learning they're bullies and learning from it. What?
Wild, right?
Yeah, that's wild. But I mean, it's nice that it kind of has a happy ending in a way.
Yeah, he was a really cool guy, though. I kind of miss him.
Right.
Anyway, going back briefly to VTubers, they're neat. Watch some.
Yeah, no,
How
100%.
about you? Y'all agree?
Oh, yeah, no, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
VTubers are
100%.
great.
They're great.
Another fun part of VTubers is that because they're created characters, there's all kinds of different VTubers. You got dragons, wolves, demons, angels, aliens.
Oh, there's all types.
You got everything.
Oh, yeah. Everything under the sun, everything you can think of, there is. Whatever you're into, you can probably find it.
There's an eyeball tentacle creature VTuber, blue bar or something like that. It's just an eyeball.
Oh, there's also a moth VTuber.
Oh, yeah. There are catgirl VTubers.
Centipede VTubers.
Dog girl cat VTubers.
Dog or cats, yes.
Horror VTubers.
Horror VTubers.
Like the moth one.
Well, I was talking more Lana.
Yeah, Lana. I thought it was Lena.
Is it Lena? Yeah, it's Lena. Sorry, I don't know why I thought it was Lana.
Yeah,
Watching too much Archer.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Lana!
I've never watched Archer.
Really? You've never seen
dude.
Archer?
It doesn't interest me.
I mean, okay, on one hand, fair. On the other hand, bruh.
Yeah, fair, but also bruh.
Listen, I already talked about what my kind of style of stuff is. It's fantasy kind of things. I'm more watching
It has
that.
to be It has to be edgy enough to cut through a 2x4. Gotcha.
No, listen. Right now, I'm watching that
So Sword Art
skeleton.
Online, gotcha.
No, yeah, I'm watching that skeleton paladin anime right now.
Skeleton Paladin?
Oh, I know the one you're talking about. I
Spec
can't
was
remember
drawing
the name of
the
it.
fan art of it.
I can't remember the name now.
Oh, Skeleton Knight in Another World.
Yeah, that one.
Oh,
That
another
one.
another isekai one. Gotcha.
What isn't it isekai? Let's
It's
be
not
real.
bad though.
Oh yeah.
That's
I don't mind isekai. I'll be honest.
Actually, one of my favorite animes is an isekai. So, two
One
of
of
my
my
favorite animes is an isekai. So,
one of my favorite concepts so far. I just actually finished reading a light novel called Reincarnated as a Sword.
Right.
It's pretty interesting because it's not the main character is kind of overpowered in his own right, but
Right.
only because he's a purposefully overpowered sword. And his partner, who is a cat girl, because of course she is,
of course,
is the one that's underpowered. So it's pretty much just him balancing her out until she gets strong enough to be properly strong.
Interesting.
It's kind of cute. It just recently got an anime adaptation. I've been meaning to check it out. But yeah, no, it's pretty cool.
You know what?
Anyway, what were we talking about again? I kind of lost track.
I think honestly, I think we're probably going to play. Pretty close to wrapping up at this point.
Yeah, sounds about it.
I have a really dumb idea.
Go on.
So I thought
can I
about
guess
just
the idea.
Oh, go ahead, hit me with it.
You're gonna play Jade Empire on stream again.
Go fuck yourself. No, my dumb idea is actually just really stupid. It's still related to Vtubers though. So in terms of Vtubers, I just want to name types, and I want to hear if you have any favorite of that type of VTuber.
Okay.
So like the first one you think of.
Okay.
Just to throw it out there. Also, in some ways, it might give some other people ideas of other VTubers they might check out. So, to give an example,
Okay.
Cat Girl.
Kisaka Toriyama.
Isaka Toriyama.
Like I said, figure that as the example because I'll be honest, I think all three of us think that first.
Yeah.
And Apocalyptic Cat.
Oh, true.
I said first one, damn it. But that still counts. That still counts. I'll give that.
Right.
All right, next one. Demon.
Shade Darkfire.
Fuck you.
Hey.
I'm afraid to say it, but yeah, I don't
fair.
think I really have any demon VTubers besides you, Shade.
Really?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Surprised.
Here's the thing. I also work weird hours because I work nights, and I think Damien also work nights. Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of
that'll be changing shortly, but yeah.
Right. And also a lot of streamers stream during those times. And because a lot of my friends stream when I'm working and it's like, I want to watch, but I can't.
That's fair. I guess for mine is Onirin.
Oh. I'll admit, I kind of forgot about Ani.
How goddamn dare you?
Heard. Who's Onirin?
Oh, she's really amazing VTuber.
Oh.
She's a redheaded Oni.
I'm a complete dumbass. I forgot about Sataness herself.
Oh, yeah.
Iron
Mouse.
Yeah.
I am a dumbass.
There we go.
No, you're not. You're Damien.
Close enough.
All right. Let's see. There's only one answer for this one, but slime.
Leaflet.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me think of another one. Fish.
Okay. Fish.
Damu.
Nemu? Okay.
I can't remember the name of the one streamer I sometimes go in. She's a goldfish. I can't remember her name because I suck at names.
That's fair. Now,
If I remember, I have to send it off.
That's fair. All right, actually, quick question. When I say fish, are we counting Gura? Is it fish? Fish is a
Of
shark.
course.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Okay, Gura.
Yeah.
I want to make sure because
Gura.
I think there's something about sharks not counting as fish or something. I don't know.
No, sharks are fish. If it has gills,
Okay,
it's
these
essentially
are
a
fish.
fish.
I want to make sure because that's mine.
Yeah,
Oh, and before you people in the chat say, "Oh, but octopuses have gills," fuck off. They're not. They're I forget what they're actually called. They're called something
they're
with a
not-
C.
they're a cephalopod, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
that's the
those
word.
ones. Those cephalopods. Yeah, and they're not fish, to my limited biology knowledge.
Okay. All right. Next one.
I want an octopus VTuber.
I did.
Ina
There
doesn't
probably
count.
is. Wait, who doesn't?
Ina.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Oh,
Why
I
not?
guess she's not an octopus.
Yeah. You're right.
No, I guess she's also kind of a demon.
Yeah, she's
She's
also
like a
kind of a.
priestess.
She's a. Is she not an elder god?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I think so.
I googled octopus VTuber. The first thing that comes up is Ina. Oh, I hate life.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
Next one. I'm gonna have two more. All right. You want
Right.
three more, and then we'll wrap up finally.
Right.
Bear.
Bear?
Actually,
Bear?
four more, and then we're done. Yes, a bear.
Oh my god, you just keep adding on.
No, I'm done. Okay, after that.
Okay. There was one. I don't watch him no more because of controversy.
Oh boy.
What's his face? Around the whole bunny stuff. What the hell was his name? I don't even remember anymore.
I have no idea.
Can't
Hold on.
help you. I can
Give me a moment.
I can give mine. Honeycup.
Never heard.
You might have seen a clip in the Discord that was shared.
Maybe.
It's the one where it was a whole lot of mods, and there was a bunch of like chibi characters.
Oh, doing Teen Titans Go audio?
Yeah, we were like, we might not respect you, and we might not listen to you. Yeah,
And
we might make fun of you.
We hate you.
but there's no buts. That is all.
Right.
Yeah, that was
Okay, I found him.
that was those little things were her.
Right.
Oh. Yeah,
Okay.
I can't remember his name.
All right, no, that's fine.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but yeah, I stopped watching him after he was ousted as kind of a complete dink.
Gotcha. Moto, you got anything?
No, I don't.
Okay, that's fine. Dragon.
Damn it. She's not one no more, but Zentreya.
That's fair.
Gonna be honest, I don't have one.
That's fair.
Not really to my knowledge.
So the one I'm going to think of, the one that I think of right now, just off the top of my head, and this is it's just
Coco?
coincidence, by the way. No, her name's actually Arlie Darkfire. It's a dark opal dragon.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I don't
No
know.
relation,
if
by
you
the way.
heard. I don't know if you heard, but I suppressed a surprise laugh.
I heard a split second of it. Yeah,
Yeah, we heard that.
yeah. So that was one I was thinking of.
What was her name again?
Arlie Darkfire.
Okay.
Probably
let's see.
misspelled it, but I'll. Oh nope, I actually spelled it right. Surprisingly.
It's spelled with an A.
Yeah. Okay.
But and then all right, last two then.
Okay.
A mech VTuber.
A mech.
A mech.
Mech, robotic, anything like that. They're kind of like if they were robotic in any kind. Okay. I'll be honest, that's where it goes then.
Yeah. 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 Centrea again. It kind of fits that one.
Again, I don't really want. Although I do like VTubers, I don't get to watch many of them because again, I kind of
Yeah, no, that's all good.
offline at weird hours.
Nah, that's perfectly fine. Let's see here. Oh. And then the next one, I will say this: there was another one I thought of. I don't know their name though. Hold on, let me do something here. I don't remember the name. They were like some mech thing that had a whole bunch of like changing colors. They were like fancy. Like it was way in the beginning for a while, like maybe like a year ago. I don't remember their name anymore. But yeah, no, Zen's gonna be mine, obviously. The last one, Bug VTuber.
Okay. Bug.
Yeah.
Bug.
Yep.
I don't believe I follow any.
By the way, I'm counting like
I don't think so either.
any moths, anything like that.
Are moths bugs?
I'm counting them anyway right now.
Are moth bugs?
I don't know if they are or not, but right now
yeah,
for this
they're-
conversation,
They're a
sake
group
of
of
this.
insects.
Yeah.
They're
insect VTuber. There you go.
No, wait. Other comment in says that do not qualify as bugs includes moths, butterflies, and bees.
Listen, we're counting them anyway for this topic, just to give it wide enough.
I think I can really have a bug one, but I thought of one that might count as a mech without going back to Zen.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not sure she might count, but Diariku.
Okay.
I believe, well, I'm not sure if she's a mech, but I think she's more of a glitch.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Oh yeah, no, does a lot of VTuber models, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Actually,
Okay, yeah, no.
she's pretty good.
I remember now. Yeah, and her stream has been recommended to me a couple of times.
I remember the bear
I jumped in a couple of times, yeah. Oh, go on.
Admiral Baru.
Ah.
So, but yeah, I can't recommend them though. No more. No.
All right. Yeah, that's fair.
Everyone was doing this like massive, including everything as insects. Because mine was Juniper.
Yeah, I was wrong. Yeah, I was just gonna say Juniper. I forgot about her.
Mari Mari.
Follow her.
Mari Mari. That's the goldfish's name. Mari Mari.
Ah, gotcha.
Oh.
I've popped in once or twice. I do like their streams. Again, I just don't really got a chance.
Nah, I gotcha.
Also, are we gonna count Yuzu as a fish?
Axolotl, I believe so. Actually, damn, I haven't thought about Yuzu forever.
Yuzu, she doesn't stream no more.
I know.
Oh, really? Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate.
Sad times. I miss Yuzu.
I will say my favorite sheep VTuber is Bel Sanjo.
That's fair, actually.
Yeah. Yes, good old Bell.
And
Great.
that's the last part of my addition to the conversation.
All right. Well,
My favorite music making VTuber, JT Homeslice.
Fair.
that's fair. That's fair as well.
Considering
their intro and outro.
Yeah. I was gonna say also like super quick. If I were to be a VTuber for whatever reason, but I had to do like an animal hybrid VTuber, probably
Right.
be an insect of some kind.
All right. Quick question, because I was gonna be like, we should, say our goodbyes, but now I need to fucking know what insect.
What insect?
Yeah.
Shade, you sound stressed out.
Why?
Why?
Because I think you have a sinking feeling of what answer I would give to purposefully mess with you.
I'm gonna fucking murder you if you say spider.
But here's the thing: it's not spider.
Thank God. Okay, but no, I was just.
I just had this really weird image in my head of Moda as a spider VTuber.
God. No. More, the reason why I'm asking is because it's gonna bother me now because you said it. I'm curious, and that's how I'm curious about what would be it.
Honestly, I haven't really given. I know it's some kind of insect, but I haven't really given it too much thought. Because again, I'm not really gonna do VTubing again.
Nah, it's already fucked. I have to recreate your model now. I gotta send it over.
I'll think about it some more. How about that?
But
I'll tell you later.
Gotcha. All right, well, that's all good. It's all good. Interesting. It's kind of fun to hear that.
It was fun. VTubers are fun.
Yeah, I'm sure we can possibly come back and re-talk about the topic in some other way. I'm sure there's something more we can talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure there's something we more than likely missed.
Oh, 100%. I'll be honest, I think every topic we talk about, there's a chance we forgot about it, or a different viewpoint that we could get. Honestly, it would be kind of nice in some ways to get another person as a guest and find out their opinions on the subject.
Well, yeah, especially if we revisit something like the VTuber talk or the movies or anything else.
100%.
So what I'm hearing for VTubers Part 2, we get Iron Mouse.
That is
and then for
way too high.
That is putting the bar way too high.
And then for Movies Part 2, we get Steven Spielberg. Gotcha. Okay.
All right. So Motor likes to take the bars
and put them way up there
and put them in the sky.
I play drums with those bars. Actually, can I find his email?
Don't. Anyway, let's say our goodbyes before Motor gets any other ideas. So Motor, why don't you say goodbye, Motor? Stop looking at that. Say goodbye.
I can fax Steven Spielberg apparently.
What the fuck faxes nowadays? Oh yeah, doctors. But
yeah. Anyway, okay. That's it.
That's
you're not gonna say your goodbyes. You're not gonna tell them to find you.
I thought Shade was gonna. Oh, I was trying to figure out how to contact Steven Spielberg for a podcast interview. Anyway, my name is Mortibor. I am at. You can find me on Twitter at Mortibor1963 and on Twitch at just Mortibor.
I'm Damien. You can find me on Twitter at Storm_Damien and eventually on Twitch at Damien_Storm.
And then, of course, I have been Shade Darkfire. You can find me here on Twitch at Shade_Darkfire_. And and you can find me on Twitter as literally just Shade Darkfire. No space or any underscores, just Shade Darkfire. It's great. And then obviously you can find us as in all together on Spotify for Insomniac Views if you're listening there, and then obviously YouTube. That's our two locations where we post all our VODs, obviously. Although I assume if you're watching the recordings of this, you probably already heard that speech already, but
Probably.
it's fine.
Chances are.
Or maybe they skipped the episodes.
Maybe.
It's
also possible.
Maybe they're like, I only care about VTubers. Fuck your other topics.
yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Anyway, But yes, it's been good. And yeah, adios.
Yeah.
And a slice. Have a wonderful night.
Bye, everyone.
It's
Bye.
been a slice. Did Mo bring pizza? Fuck.
Maybe
Adios.
next time. Bye.